Hi guys. Hi guys and welcome back to the stage for more. This is episode 4 and I am so sorry that I haven't been on. I was not well, typical, and just life has got in the way. So I'm in my girls' room, so please excuse the background. And I thought I would jump on and give you a wee update on how things are at the moment and what's been going on. So I don't know if you follow me on TikTok, you will know that I had a recent scan and I had recent scan results, which were all good. So we're all good. We're happy. We're manifesting time and stuff. So so we're happy at that. So I just thought that today I would quickly talk about the treatment that I received during the cancer diagnosis 1 and 2. So the treatment I received for the first time I was diagnosed was chemo and radiotherapy. I got that together alongside. And then the second time I had 2 different types of chemo and 2 different types of immunotherapy, sorry. So yes, so it was quite grueling. So the first time I'll take you through this is going to be quite a quick wee episode, just to get us back into the swing and start this again, because I really enjoyed it. And we will start to talk about other things. I think that we will go on to maybe talking about how smear tests, let's get the smear test age lowered and stuff like that. It's very terrifying for me, especially when I've got 3 girls. Anyway, that's a story for a different day. So starting off, I started getting, once I'd been diagnosed, we had 6 weeks recovery. They then went straight into chemo and radiotherapy. So I would get chemo on the Tuesday and radiotherapy Monday to Friday, every single day. So that was quite hard. We had to drive into the Western every single day, me and Paul, and also we had Indy, she was a baby, and Cole along, and it just Paul would just take us. And 9 times out of 10, which we found quite funny, as soon as Indy got to the Western, she would need fed. So Paul would just sit in the car and feed her, and then, or he would bring her in. Like, the nurses absolutely loved seeing her. It was like they all used to fawn over her and give her loads of attention, and they loved seeing her. So they enjoyed seeing her grow up as well. So that was nice. And then, so on the Tuesday, I would have chemo, and that would be 3 hours. So I would just go in, get my chemo, and then go straight over, get the radiotherapy, and then 9 times out of 10, Paul's mum would pick me up, because she works around that area. So she would take me home, which was ideal because it's just so hard to get there. So, sorry, this might not be a good quality episode as there is football going on today and I can hear my husband shouting. I really hope yous can't, because he's shouting profanities at the TV. So yes, that went on for 5 weeks. So I had 5 weeks of that. And then I went in for brachytherapy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, so please correct me. And that is internal radiotherapy, which I will be honest with you, I have been through so much, and I just got on with things, right? We're fine. We're not getting into that, but that was so hard and traumatizing would be a word I could use with that. Really traumatizing. So you are I'll give a wee trigger warning here for any family that are male or any friends, or just a trigger warning. This is what we're going to say is this was invasive. So I would be lying on a bed and there would be a metal probe inserted, and then I would be screwed onto a plank of wood that was bolted onto the bed. And I would be taken in and given a CT, and that is where they would do the mapping of the scan to see where they were putting the radio beams or whatever, and they would do that, and then they would I would go away and they would do the mapping, and then I'd come back, and that is when I would get the actual treatment. So I would again be taken into a room, just a wee room with a single bed in it. The probe would be inserted, and then I would lie there on my own for about 12 to 15 minutes. Guys, like, when I tell you, wow, like, I've been through some stuff. I've had 4 kids. Like, let's be honest with you, like, I'm no any stranger to internal exams and things like that. I've had 3 of my kids naturally, but this, wow, like, having to get that once a week for 3 weeks, like, I just felt violated, and that is a very strong word, so I'm sorry that I'm using it, but that's how I felt. It wasn't nice, and it scarred me a wee bit, like, and also, by the way, you do actually get internal scars from it. You get given probes. I wish I actually had them, which I probably do somewhere, that you have to insert 3 times a week. So yeah, was not pretty, was not pleasant, did not have any dignity. But listen, see, if they told me that I would have to go through that again tomorrow to make sure that I would still be here for my kids, I would do it 3 times tomorrow. Like, let's be honest. So that was very, very hard and grueling to go through. That was probably the thing that's affected me the most, because psychologically, it did affect me. So yeah, was not very pretty, and I'm only going to be honest with people, because I looked it up and it just wasn't what I thought, and I'm sorry that I might scare people, because there might be somebody that maybe has to go through this, that watches this. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm being honest with you. It was earned on me, and it's done, and I'm here, and just be prepared for it, because I wasn't. Like, that's probably what I'm trying to say here, guys. Nobody prepared me for it. So when it did happen, it was scary. So yeah. So moving on for that, the second time I was given 2 different types of chemo. The chemo that I had the first time alongside a different type of chemo. Then alongside that, I got 2 rounds of immunotherapy. I was in I got 6 rounds of that. And I will tell you, that was hard gone. The first time I got all 4 treatments. The second time I took a reaction, so they stopped it. So believe it or not, it was the chemo that I'd had the first time that I took a reaction to, which was wild, because I'd already had it. But then the second round I took a reaction, so they said, we'll try and slow it down for you. And I'm like, I'm already here for like 12 hours, like, how slow can we actually do this? So they tried to slow it down, and I took another reaction, and I don't know if the reaction was horrendous. I was on oxygen. I had to get injections, because basically I was like, my heart rate was up, and then my chest was, it was scary. Like, it was scary. So then the second time that happened, I refused to get the treatment again, but they did say, look, we're not going to give it again, like, you're handling the other treatments fine, so let's just continue with that. So that was fine. And then after, so I got 6 rounds of all 4, and after that I then got immunotherapy for 2 years. So that finished last February, so I have been a year from treatment. So, and at present we're all good, so that's an amazing accomplishment, so we're happy, and we just need to keep trudging on. So that's just a wee bit about the treatments that I've done. If anybody's got any questions, then feel free to ask. Also, you could say the hysterectomy was a part of our treatment, but my body went through so much the first time that for me to be told that the cancer was back again, I just was like, what? Like, this was all meant to be preventative, and you're telling me that it's back, and it's back with a vengeance. It was quite scary. So Aye, wee Indy Gallagher has saved my life because I could be going through it tenfold. So we're lucky that she came along and saved me. So I feel like it's a hard one because people out there have had cancer and they've maybe not had any treatment, but they've still had cancer. Moving on slightly, when you hear the word cancer, whether it's stage 1 to stage 4 to incurable to terminal, it's still a horrible word to hear and nobody wants to hear it. So I just feel like this is helping me talk through things and raise awareness. So another thing that people were asking for was some symptoms. Did I have any symptoms apart from bleeding through pregnancy? No. I didn't. That it was not. So that's the only thing. And the thing that I say that Indy saved my life for was because if I wasn't pregnant, I would have just put that down to an irregular period and just went through it and wouldn't have known, and then it probably would have been too late. So again, I genuinely think she was sent to me. So guys, this has only been a wee short but sweet episode. I'm really sorry about that, but what I'm going to do is, because I've been a bit lacking with this, I am going to do a wee shout out on my TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, it is Dion Gallagher it is Dion Mum of 4 with cancer. Give me a wee follow, and I am going to put up some things, some questions that people want answered, and we'll do that. And then I think in the next few weeks we'll kind of come away from the cancer. We'll start talking about other things that I really, really enjoy talking about. Like, I could talk about conspiracy theories till I would blow in my face. So anyway guys, I am off, and I hope you all have an amazing Sunday. And happy International Women's Day, guys. What an amazing day to be a woman. Have an amazing Sunday. Bye.